Hey, Segovia, back with another one, y'all. We got some of the most mysterious videos that's on the internet today. Might even take a little dabble on the dark web on some of these clips. You guys ready? Before we get into it, y'all, let's get this video to 2,000 likes. Hit that like button. It helps the channel, helps the community grow, y'all. But enough with the chit chat. Let's do what we all came here for. It's Saturday. We don't got time to sit here all day, or do we? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Oh, it's one of them days.
It is crazy, right? Tyreek Hill was married for 17 months, not even 2 years, and he's paying like he's been married for life, right? Fellas, let me ask you, why would you ever walk into a system this rigged? 17 months of marriage. That's it. And now Tyreek has to pay over $500,000 up front, plus $20,000 to $50,000 every month in support. He's on the hook for attorney fees, and she gets to stay at the $5.5 million condo that he bought. Went from an average lifestyle to millionaire overnight. Not off of touchdowns, not off of sweat, not off of sacrifice, but off divorce papers. And she's not stopping at child support. She's chasing alimony, lifestyle upgrades, boss chick funding. All off a man who built his empire on the field. Question: why should a man pay a lifetime price for a 17-month mistake? You dudes gotta be like Steven Jackson, right? He dropped $400,000 on a wedding, but when his bride refused to sign the prenup, he walked away. No signature, no marriage, period. You see, he understood a prenup isn't a threat, it's protection. If she's afraid of the paperwork, she's not afraid of losing love. She's afraid of losing access. This is why men are losing. You grind for decades, then lose half to someone who wasn't even there when you built it. And here's the truth nobody wants to say. Modern women have become more deceptive. Alimony, child support, custody battles, these aren't just for survival anymore. They're tools to build a boss chick lifestyle. Designer bags, condos, trips, funded by the man she left.
Crazy.
That's not family, that's finesse. And let's not talk about paternity. Up to 1 in 25 men are unknowingly raising kids that aren't theirs. Imagine working your whole life just to find out that your legacy belongs to another man. That's robbery. And yet, women who commit paternity fraud face no punishment. And I gotta ask you fellas, is marriage even worth it anymore without protection? So here's the truth. Marriage without a prenup and kids without DNA men in 2025. Protect your empire or you're not building a legacy. You financing hers.
I saw this.
Like, it's crazy that these athletes don't do that, especially when you're already a known athlete and then you get with a dime piece, top notch girl that's been around these athletes and you don't even sign nothing. Like, that is mind boggling to me. You got to know she ain't with you for you. I mean, if you were a cashier at a grocery store, would this girl even give you the time of day to even say, how's your day going when you're bagging her groceries? No, she's there because of money. And then you're going to get married and not sign nothing. That's crazy, yo.
Who said that she's going to Taco Bell to order, and she knows that she's going to be there in like 15, 20, 30 minutes. She calls the Taco Bell and says, hey, this is so-and-so manager Taco Bell store number 2418. Hey, listen, just found out from corporate there's a secret shopper that is headed to y'all store. Going to order Crunchwrap Supreme, Mexican pizza, and 3 hard shell tacos. Okay. Kind of looks like blonde hair, wearing a red shirt, I think. And they're like, oh, okay. Got to the restaurant. She said she had the best Taco Bell experience ever.
Dude,
That said the manager came out to meet her.
oh, what?
The whole thing, shook her hand. When is anyone at Taco Bell? And I was like, this is the greatest.
Dude,
I mean, you can only do it so many times. You can only do it so many times.
But you know what? You can do it all over
You can do it
town.
all over town. Secret shopper coming your way.
As you guys know, yesterday I told you guys I got a new vehicle, 4Runner, paid cash for it, right? I went to the bank. It was like the movies, y'all. I went to the bank and withdrew a certain amount of money so I can get my cash, right? First of all, the guy didn't want to give it to me. He's like, let me give you a cashier's check. It's safer and all this stuff. Just give me my cash. Let me call the branch because it's all digital. Let me call the branch and see what they say. Gave me back. You know, what is the reason you're using this, taking out this money? What's your reason? Doesn't matter, bro. It's my hard-earned money. Give me my money. Let me call the branch back. Okay, here comes the branch manager. Like the movies, y'all. Comes and shakes my hand, introduces herself, and what's the reason you're taking this money out? Like, would you be okay with the cashier? My damn money. Ended up giving me my money. I gave him the way out. I apologize. I said, you know what? If you guys should understand, you guys give me a hard time about it. Long story short, I'm taking my money out of that bank, y'all. It wasn't like I took out $100,000, y'all. I didn't take out too much. It was a good amount, but it wasn't too much.
Real reason Trump wants to make it illegal to burn the American flag.
So the Supreme Court ruled back in 1989, Texas versus Johnson, that burning the American flag is a form of speech that's protected by the First Amendment. But very recently, okay, this is in the Israel Times, quote, a legal group hails breakthrough as U.S. judge equates Israeli flag with the Jewish identity. Federal court says attacking Star of David is racial discrimination, not political protests, setting the legal standard for future cases involving anti-Zionist targeting of Jews. So what that essentially means is that the Israeli flag is not a symbol of a country anymore. It's actually a symbol of a particular ethnicity or race. So burning it is actually now in violation of civil rights. And a lot of people went online and said, wow, we are allowed legally to burn the American flag, but not the Israeli flag. That's very odd. And then, giving the whole discourse of like, oh, so, Israel controls America and this kind of thing. So I think this is a response to that, say, no. You also cannot burn the American flag here as well. I think this is a cover for those policies that don't make any sense, that carves out, a little loophole for Israel.
Didn't I tell y'all when y'all see this face that I'm about to drop a truth bomb on you? This is why the Most High, Yah, said love not the world, neither the things in the world. This pose Nicki Minaj is doing is going around and it's trending. It's viral. But let me show you what it means. It's all yoga poses. You see? It represents a Buddhist and Hindu goddess. As you can see, look. This is what this represents. And this is what that pose is inspired by. I will keep regurgitating. This is why a lot of us fall under curses, because we follow the world, we follow what entertainers do, and they have submitted to deities and entities, to spirits that are not the Holy Spirit, and they are inspiring you to do it, and then you all do it. Look. Follow every trend. We need to follow Jesus like we follow these celebrities. Hosea 4:6, for my people will be destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And you don't know what is spiritually behind this pose that all y'all women out there doing. And even some of y'all men that's in the alphabet. Y'all remember Chadwick Boseman? Remember this pose? All the black blind folks was doing? Look at what it means. Sign of Osiris, Freemason. Look, come on y'all, we need to educate ourselves. And I didn't know he did this. He did the mocking Jesus with the crown of thorns like Kendrick Lamar. Come on, Chadwick. I didn't even know he did this. I just found this photo today. And also, remember years ago, this challenge, the crate challenge? This is what the crate challenge means. You see that, right? The steps on the Freemason pyramid. Oh my goodness. Y'all need to wake up and get out of the matrix. This is also a ritual, man. I love y'all, man. This is why I expose and do what I do, so we could get away from the devil's trends. Hey, y'all, I got a trend. Repent and be baptized and seek the Lord for the Holy Ghost. Here's another trend. Let's get the devil out of our life.
And I don't like the fact that Nestle, bro, owns like all the water. That's kind of sketch, bro.
Nestle has a really dark past if you guys look into it.
God made water for the whole world. Water shouldn't be sold. Can you just see what brands they own? Please pull it up.
Oh my gosh, bro. No way, bro. How does one company have a monopoly on all of them?
If your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there, like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil.
This industry is not what it seems to be. I bet you there's rappers in here right now that can rap way better than me. You can rap way better than me. You will never be where I'm at because this industry is rigged. You have to go see this person and sit down and talk to them. You have to go and do this. You're a puppet.
Hollywood Records contract. I'm signing it to have my first record ever and selling my soul to Hollywood Records. That's what I'm doing.
At this point, it just doesn't get any more obvious about who runs the world. All the celebrities, all the media, all the music artists, all of them. They're all a part of it, guys. All one big club with the purpose of keeping you distracted, keeping you misinformed, keeping you programmed, keeping you stagnant, and most of all, keeping you stuck in the same spot. The only way to break free is by looking within. This is where the truth lies. This is how you truly escape their slavery system. Please stop worshiping all of these people. They are leading you down a very dark road. Don't forget to like, share, and follow for more hidden truth. Peace and love.
And this is why labels are dumb too. 52 million songs are uploaded per year. How do your song stand out? You gotta have some kind of story. You gotta have something around it. Gotta have something around it for me to say, I wanna watch it. But the label's problem is that they don't know how to tell stories. So here's the label problem. They had control of all of the good shit. So they had control of like Best Buy. They had you walk in Best Buy, they had the signs, you know. Now it's just streaming.
Exactly.
Now we just upload it and we put it up there and we hope that people are gonna come listen to it. But the reality is that, first of all, I'm a music lover. I don't even listen to music. Because when I go to Spotify, all I do is go to my old shit. Too many new songs coming out. And it's like, I don't want to hear it.
It's got to be rare for me. To
exactly. So it's like,
What's that? Oh, the CDC just recently pared down the number of germs it looks for in food from 8 to 2? Tell me more. Yeah, FoodNet, the guys that actually look at the germs in food said that they had to bring it down from 8 to 2 because of a certain funding issue that they're saying they're not getting anymore. Oh, goody! Yeah, the problem with this is they're only looking for E. coli and salmonella in the germs when they're looking for them, rather than all 8, which they normally look for because of this issue in funding. Okay. So since funding was cut at a federal level, what they're gonna have to do now is rely on a state level funding. And the issue with that is most states don't have enough to fund even just 2 tests of germs. Okay. So the likelihood of people getting these germs in their system has just increased by about 1,000%.
Ever realize when you think back to your childhood, you only got certain memories that you remember. And them certain memories are very special. Think about it. Why do you only have these memories that you remember? First off, you are not the same spirit that was back there. You are a different spirit. But let's ask ourselves something. Why the fuck did every version or every spirit that has been on this vessel, why did it leave these certain memories? Because you know why? A lot of those certain memories that were so special, these were the memories that created you to who you are right now. See, it was a reason why you got bullied. It was a reason why they didn't like you. It was a reason why you went and did shit that you was really afraid and nervous to do, but you still did it. See, you was special your whole time. You didn't even know. This whole time, you was really somebody that was supposed to be put out there and seen on a different level. See, I'm not inspiring you right now. I'm really telling you who you are. You've been gifted. You've been protected the whole time. You never knew why. See, this was already written out for you. But the only way the story continues is if you realize the book is open. You gotta see where you left the bookmark at. You left it there somewhere, but you gotta find out where.
You know, that's true. Like everyone has those like why me moments, right? We all have those in our life, and boy have I had a lot. And back in the day I didn't know what's going on. Why is this? I used to always feel like, you know, I'm special. That's why I'm going through this, right? I always had that feeling. But once you get through it, like and get to where I'm at now, I'm like, I'm so thankful I went through all those lonely nights. I'm so thankful I went through all those things, because without that, I wouldn't have the mindset. Like if I went through life like with all the friends and all the parties and all this and that, I'd probably just be regular, you know, working 9 to 5, maybe went to college, bunch of student loan debt. You know, I probably would have went that route. But that I went through the route, the tough route, right? The road I had to dig myself to get through, it led me here, y'all. Those roads lead to beautiful places if you allow it. Sometimes people go through those rough roads and it makes them a bitter, angry person. But if you going through those hard times and it can make you a good, strong person, you're going places.
Some of these scenes in horror movies and fantasy movies aren't just them acting. Some of them are reenactments. Reenactments of real rituals, real symbols, real chants. The directors, they don't even hide it though. In the movie Hereditary, they used a real demon sigil. For the filming of Doctor Strange, they hired a witchcraft consultant. In the movie The Craft, they used actual Wiccan spells. And movies like Eyes Wide Shut are based on actual documented occult practices, not fiction like it seems. Why do they do this? Because they want it to feel real. They want the atmosphere to be authentic. But here's what they won't tell you. Every time a ritual is performed, even if it's presented to you as art, it is still a ritual. It still invites spirits. It still opens doors. And it creates bondage with the viewer. Some people wonder why they feel anxious, sick, or even spiritually attacked after watching certain movies. It's because your soul just sat through a ritual your spirit did not consent to. These aren't just horror movies. They are rehearsed spells. Don't just say it's entertainment. That's what they want you to believe. Conviction over comfort. Follow me if you're into that. Shalom.
Anything else you'd like to say about what you saw here at Jeffrey Epstein's house?
No. No. You knew it was a school before. Did you know that?
Really?
That's creepy.
Big school, very well known. Birch Wathen still exists. Jewish school, private. That's why the building is the size it is.
So this was a Jewish private school before? And who bought this house for Jeffrey Epstein, or how did he afford it?
Wexner.
And who is he?
He owned the Limited, probably other things.
Les Wexner is a multi-billionaire who was one of Epstein's clients from when Epstein randomly went from a math teacher to running a money management firm for billionaires. Wexner was one of Epstein's only known clients, and Wexner gave him the power of attorney, which allowed Epstein to buy and sell properties and make large deals in Wexner's name. And this is how he got the Manhattan home. Wexner's ties and affiliation with Epstein are a mystery, but he plays a key role in Epstein going from math teacher to billionaire.
And how deep do you think this Epstein thing is? How many people do you think were involved in this operation?
Oh, tons. Who can put a number on it? I personally don't think Epstein committed suicide. I think he was murdered because he knew too much.
I'm just sorry, being flooded, and I have the DMT stutter and being flooded with images of my own, and I'm a techno shaman who facilitates ceremonies. One that I found very interesting, we were filming an episode of an Australian TV show. They're doing like a different psychedelic each episode. I'm the DMT guy. And so we had a husband and wife doing DMT, and the wife was crying, deep sobbing the whole time. And for those of us who've done psychedelics, that's not necessarily bad. This is not fun and games. It's more like work. It could be therapy. And so afterwards we asked her on camera, what did you experience? And this wasn't so much an other entity story, but I'm going to loop it back around. She said that she saw the creation of her soul and felt the attendant fear her not yet instantiated soul felt about assuming human form. And that helped her understand some of her legacy fears that she carries with her today. So, and I think also it's kind of a blurry line between others and ourselves when you have these experiences. You know?
It's subjective.
Yeah. And, I'll mention one other story. The first time I did DMT and I asked that question, I felt that I saw the creators of the very fabric of the universe. And I saw the universe, the new material being bubbled up. And I saw the people around almost like a cauldron, like a galactic cauldron.
What do they look like, these people? Do you have like a clear image or like a hazy image? Or
I don't, Chris. I don't see so much. I feel them.
Right.
And I felt them around there, and I'm feeling, wow, this is the work of the universe. And the other feeling I had was I'm on the other side of the universe, but I'm home. And they were welcoming me.
Felt familiar.
And then later that night, when I circle back to DMT a lot, I did another session, and this time it was the universe coming into me and healing me of emotional trauma. And I'm trying to receive it as much as I can. 2 weeks later, do it again, and it said to me, welcome back, Paul. Let's resume where we left off last time. So the universe remembered me by name and remembered our last appointment.
Like a therapy session.
Yeah.
People bringing their dogs in public has become far too ubiquitous.
Talk that shit.
I was in a Culver's the other day. A guy had his dog inside of the Culver's, like just sitting down, feeding him on the floor. And I'm like, dude, this is a restaurant. Like it's out of control.
What kind of dog?
Like a little, like a Yorkie.
To have a vest on?
I don't believe so.
Because you can get a vest. It's like
Also-
super easy for people to get the fake,
Amazon.
like
Oh,
certification.
yeah. No. This was just a dog. And then the guy, like, went to get a drink or something, and he told the dog, like, stay. He just left the dog there.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
And it's out of control. Every bar you go to, people have their dogs.
What?
You walk into Target, people have
Yeah.
dogs in there. It's like, I don't know
Come on,
when we
Mickey.
just started allowing
Come
this.
on. Hey, you just started looking at it. It's been like this for a long
But
time.
in the last
with-
couple years, it's gotten way worse.
I don't know that I've noticed an uptick, but I am gladly welcoming you on my team. Get these motherfuckers out of human places. B.
Agreed. And I like dogs way more than you. But I
do
but,
not like
But I
dogs.
don't like your dog at Target.
Yeah, I agree. Target's a wild place to bring your dog.
Dude, people,
Anywhere
people
is.
bring them
Anywhere
anywhere.
there's other humans, don't bring it. I don't look. I'm glad you got a companion that you have stole from his original family, and you are keeping him prisoner. I'm glad that you found that. I don't give a shit. I don't want to see him. I don't want to smell him. I don't want the possibility of danger in my life. Because if I kick it, dog, now I got a case on me. You know what I mean? Just don't bring them around me, yo. I don't want to see it.
There's some
I'm sorry.
places I will bring Blake, but those are like dog friendly places. Like there's
Yes.
there are a couple bars that are like specifically dog friendly bars that are like advertised as such.
And that's fine.
Yeah, because a regular person is not going to just go there by themselves.
Right. If you choose
Yeah.
to go to a place that's like, hey, we have
Yeah.
dogs here, that's on you. But if you bring your dog to a place that's only supposed to be for people, that's on you.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good take. It's bad.
Birthday.
I agree too. Like when I pet my dog, I don't feel as dirty. But you pet somebody random's dog, or you just feel dirty. Like it's not your dog. He's not in your home. You know what I mean? So I agree. Yeah, I'm on my own damn business. If I see you with your dog at Target, I ain't gonna make a fuss, right? It ain't none of my business. But just stay away from me and my son and my woman, right?
No. We came here not knowing that we were gonna die. Somebody told us that. Right? And if we never knew we were gonna die, we wouldn't celebrate a birthday.
Isn't it nice to celebrate the day you was born?
And I'll celebrate the day I die.
Because you're gonna move on to the next path in life.
But look at this, guys. I found something very interesting. You see Trump's right hand, how it has a massive bruise on it? I want you to watch this video because when I saw this, I believe that he intentionally showed this. Notice how this is a very unnatural way to hold your hand. Now you be the judge.
And come to think of it, there's your trophy for the World Cup. And come to think of it, there's your trophy for the World Cup.
Now, was it just me or was that intentional? Now, this is very interesting because there's a couple things that I want to show you. Notice how this was on the Queen's right hand, the same hand that Trump has the bruise on, and this was a few days before her passing. I'm also a little bit of a Harry Potter nerd, and this reminded me of Dumbledore's black hand, his diseased black hand on the right hand as well. Now, apparently this bruise is from a handshake, and I don't know if you're shaking hands with Thanos or the Hulk, but that makes no sense. So he's sitting with his fist tightened, drawn out, and closed. This is not an accident, guys. In occult symbolism, when something is shown like this, it's from a secret disclosure. This is only for the people that have eyes to see. Now, I'm not going to go too deep on the symbology of what this means because I'll probably get banned, but it's definitely tied into some sort of occult symbolism, tying into some sort of rituals, things like this. Just my opinion, strictly for entertainment purposes only, of course. But let me know what you think about this hand in the comments down below. And yeah, make sure to like, share, and follow for more hidden truth. Peace and love.
When they said the revolution will not be televised, this is what they were referring to because the LA music festivals never came up on my timeline till somebody put me on. Y'all, I am looking at the news. I'm quite literally always online trying to find information. I'm on the Associated Press, I'm on BBC, I'm on CNN, Fox. I'm looking through every single source and media outlet to try to provide some type of valuable, intriguing information, something that's captivating that will go ahead and get y'all to be like, wow, I didn't even know this was happening. And I could not for the life of me until recently find any information on it because everything obviously was being put under LA Music Festival. But when I saw it, I was like, imagine how many other things we don't know that's going on. Because this is happening, and unless you're in Cali, unless you're in LA, You have no clue. There's quite literal live videos of people at the LA Music Festival. And unless it just pops up on your algo, you would never know that it was happening. If y'all have not looked up this LA Music Festival, I implore you to do your research, because it is mind-boggling how no media outlets are at all pushing it forward or putting it out there. It's giving absolutely suppressed. When we were in college, my husband and I'll never forget, I was doing a paper for him. He was asleep. I was writing one of his papers. He already got his degree, so it is what it is. But I will never forget looking, it was a country over in Asia, and they had, very strict laws. It's one of the most strict countries, completely separated from the rest of the world, where everybody just praises their president, whatever they want to call him. And I kept telling him, I woke him up, I was like, wow, the more research I do on this, the more I realize, these people are completely separated.
This war is about one thing, and I don't care what anybody says. This war is about the Al-Aqsa Mosque.
They want to bring them back like this.
They want the temple on there. They knew if the Muslim countries surrounding were still in power, regardless if they operate the right way or not, that their people would rise up even without them, and that's what this war is all about. It's about putting that temple where that mosque stands and all the Muslims in the way. So the West installed dictators in every one of those countries. That's what's happened. Period.
Anime has to be one of the biggest cultural exports in the entire world, but it's not innocent. And let's start with K-pop Demon Hunters. At first, it seems like a pretty simple, flashy show for kids. It has music, action, and style. But let's dig a little deeper, shall we? The characters are overly sexualized. Their outfits and design are used to stir up lust. And the fight scenes lean more onto sensuality more than actual skill. The most disturbing part is most of those characters are written as teenagers, yet they're drawn to fuel sexual fantasy. Yet it's advertised to kids. That's not art, that's just straight up demonic bait. This is how anime normalizes lust and perversion, twisting how men see women and how women see themselves. God already warned us, flee from sexual immorality. 1 Corinthians 6 verses 18. Never forget, the enemy is hiding behind animation. Conviction over comfort. Follow me if you're into that. Shalom.
It says 85% of the people on the planet are followers. 10% of the people on the planet are creators or leaders, and 5% of the people are observers. So when you got 85% of the people who are willing to follow, the 10% who are able to create something are going to capitalize off of that, and the 5% are usually the ones who are assassinated or shunned or discredited because they can see everything that's going on. And they would ruin it all for the 10%. So the reason why it's so easy to do that is because people are willing to be led, I think.
Rap is trash because these rappers are illiterate, straight up. Like Jizza from the Wu-Tang Clan is a college professor. Q-Tip.
Time. The more time you have potential access to that you add on. I think those are the things that are monikers of growth.
Listen to these rappers, they are extremely articulate, very intelligent.
Yeah, they really
these
were
rappers
back in the
today
day.
are illiterate. They can barely talk. Lil Baby gets on the mic. He sounds like he got a huge taste of the tism.
It's so long ago, you know what I'm saying? But I remember that, Jay, because that was my first time. But after that, it's just been down here ever since.
How do you make it through your rap? I mean, he sounds like he can barely read his own raps. Like all of them, all of these rappers, man, they sound ridiculous.
Okay, alright. Yeah, like that's the the mindset. Cause like let's say alright.
That's why they mumble everything. They can barely talk. Just listen to their interviews. They can barely sound their names out. Like they sound crazy.
Chloe Bailey.
And that's by design. That's not because people change. It's by design. Those are the people they put on. Because guess what? Guess how all our kids are talking now? All the kids at school and all that, how are they talking? Just like that. They're not talking articulate. They're not, teaching. They're not, learning. They're they're like zombies because that's what these celebrities are. They're like zombies, all on drugs, and that's by design.
On TikTok Live last night and exposed the music industry in Hollywood and the industry period for being exactly like what is depicted in the Sinners movie concerning Preacher Boy having to sell his soul. Okay, and she even went along and said that having talent is not even enough to get you into certain doors, and that it takes other things. Okay, I want to show y'all what she's talking about. I thought this was pretty interesting that she said this, considering the fact that she has apparently a lot of good songs. I don't know her songs personally, but she's also in a ton of movies, including a movie that was supposed to be a Christian movie called Praise This, that was made a while back. And I want to show y'all something that she said while she was filming that movie that I thought was kind of alarming. But I do want to show y'all this video. Let's go ahead and check it out, watch it, and react to it. Before we do me a quick favor. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm so that this video can reach more people like yourself. I truly appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and hop in.
It just reminds you so much of the industry, right? And it's like you could have a gift like he did with his guitar. And like they said, when he's singing, he's honoring his ancestors and uplifting and all of that, but then it also attracts the not good. So it's like, in order for him to be successful, the vampires were telling him he has to sell out so that he could be, so he could live forever and his music could live forever. And it's exactly like things that I see and go through every day. And that's why I just like broke down crying, because it was showing like the people who decided not to go to the other side, they were in there fighting for their lives, they were in there going through it, while the ones who did give in, they were outside celebrating and having a good time and got things quicker and things like that. So the reason why Sinners resonated with me so much is because it's something that you see every day, and no matter how hard you work, no matter how good of a person that you are, no matter how talented you are, sometimes that's not enough to get you places that you need to be. And that's why Sinners, like, I was crying right after, because I feel like anyone in the industry could really resonate with it. And it also showed that what you have to give negativity permission to be inside. And as long as you don't invite it in, you'll be okay and safe. So that's why I really resonated with Sinners, and I thought it was so beautiful. I thought it was done so beautifully, and I'm just really proud of everyone who was a part of it. And I even cried when he was singing in the bar, and you see all the different, the history, all of the ancestors that came before us, that he wouldn't have been there to.
So she said something that was pretty interesting to
my biggest problem with this whole thing is the Instagram post announcing the engagement and the caption of it specifically that says your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married. I mean, that's just like, oh, we're regular people. And then you look closely at the picture. She's wearing a $400 dress. She has a $30,000 Cartier watch, and the ring is $550,000. So these are not normal people. And the caption suggests that, oh yeah, it's just your English teacher and your gym teacher getting married, and we're normal people just like you.
Look, I'm not the biggest fans of the couple, but I think they're genius business people. Taylor Swift, a week and a half ago, announced the drop of her new album, which is coming out the first week of October, so right in the middle of football season. And the first game is going to be in Sao Paulo, Brazil, which is interesting. Crazy Days and Nights, The Celebrity Blind, this came out a week before their engagement. And it says there have been whispers that the A++ list singer, that's Taylor Swift, might try and break the audience record in this country the same weekend her lover plays there. And so what better way to help break an audience record than be the newly engaged, soon-to-be Mrs. Kelsey?
That's what I'm saying. How real is any of this?
I mean, even if it's real, it ain't gonna last. It's not. If all they're doing this for is for ticket sales and to boost NFL ratings, like, it's not gonna last because it's not genuine, and they never do last. But yet, all these people are bowing down, like, oh my God, couple goals, and a year or two down the road, they're not going to be together no more. They're just not. That's just how Hollywood is. They just go on, and she's going to probably date freaking Patrick Mahomes, right?
They looked at people who had primarily a fat-based diet. So fish, healthy oils, avocados, nuts and seeds. They had 42% less risk of getting Alzheimer's disease. And then they looked at people who had primarily a protein-based diet. So think of a caveman diet, 21% less risk of getting Alzheimer's disease. And then they looked at people that had a standard American diet,
80%.
simple carbohydrate-based diet, bread, pasta, potatoes, rice, fruit juice, sugar, a 400% increased risk of getting Alzheimer's disease. It's the sugar and the foods that quickly turn to sugar, which goes with the insulin diabetes type 3 hypothesis. You have to manage it. And the reason this is so important to me is having high blood sugar makes your blood vessels brittle and more likely to break, which means it takes longer for things to heal and you're more likely to have a stroke. And having a stroke increases your risk of Alzheimer's tenfold.
Well,
I mean, it's so crazy that 400% increase chances of Alzheimer's. And that's everywhere. That food is everywhere. Every corner, every gas station, every grocery store, every house in America you go to. 90% of every house you go to in America, maybe more, is filled with that stuff. And they get away with it. They get away with killing us and make money off of it, get rich off of it. I mean, why can't they make the meat, the vegetables, the fruits addictive? They could, but they choose to go that route. A lot of money in healthcare, y'all. A lot of money in healthcare.
they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe in
icons, boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No,
Was that an accident?
I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream?
It's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's
uplifting.
the thing. It's not our world.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
People who have claimed, there's a lot of people who have claimed Beyonce took their stuff. It was video online. Wow. And it's hard to find this video now. And it was Say sitting around in like a green room in the back. And she said this, I know they hate we here because we gonna steal all their shit.
You don't want us to go to their shows, right?
What?
Because we don't say everything.
Everybody does that.
No, everybody does.
But we go and meet everybody and say, hey, great show. And then still
There's a Isn't it crazy how with some people you can tell them something or warn them about something and you know this is fact. You have the expertise, you have the experience behind it, whatever. You can even go to another step of showing them the proof. You're almost begging or pleading at this point. You're telling them repeatedly, look, listen to this, listen to this. They just won't listen to you. And the crazy part, they could go out and somebody they don't know from a can of paint could tell them the same exact thing one time. And they listen. They act like that person just told them how to cure cancer. And the craziest thing is they'll come back to you and tell you like you ain't been telling them for weeks. Like somebody got to explain that to me because I don't know what it is about that. Like, and most times it be somebody that like they should trust your judgment. Or sometimes they'll do it the opposite way and they'll keep fucking up and they'll be like, oh, I'm fucking up. They'll finally get it right
And once they get it right, they'll come to you like, oh, guess what? I figured it out. And you'll be like, oh, well, no shit. I never understood it. Is it just me? We've all had somebody that's done this at least once to us.
Oh, that's where our fight goes. My dad thinks, because of his thinking from whatever era he come from, that a degree guarantees you $150,000 job and up. Again, because my views are different on this. Pop, that's not a guarantee today. It's that parents would just support their kids sometimes, even if it's in spite of what they think their kids should be doing. If your kid tell you, yo, I ain't really feeling college, like, I would rather do this for a little bit. Like, I mean,
I have my younger brother, not ours, mother younger brother, and two of my younger cousins, who was like, yo, I don't necessarily want to go to college just because I don't know what I want to go for. And they was like, yo, I know people that go to college and walk out with just a ton of debt. They're not even working in that field. I'm scared to do that because they got a little bit more information now, financial side. Tons.
Yeah.
My advice was always, hey, dog, if you don't know, don't do that, but at least trade school.
Can understand from the parents' perspective, always wanting your kid to have something to fall back on.
sure.
If passion and dream takes
Don't
a little
work out. Or
Yeah,
take a
doesn't
little bit
work
longer.
out. Exactly.
Absolutely.
As a parent, yo, it's a really hard job because you want to be supportive and whatever. Yo, if your kids say, yo, I don't want to go, I want to go to be in the Peace Corps in Rwanda, you like, yo, dog, I got to support you.
Right. My parent brain, if it were me, would say, I done watched my kid be locked in a room on a video game with headphones on and a gamer chair for the last 13 years. People are making millions of dollars doing that. We always talk about financial literacy, right? And gaining understanding. So if you close-minded to the information, then you just shut a world off. True. So you don't even allow the anomaly to be birthed.
True.
It's what motherfuckers don't understand about labels. You're taking their money. You're not gonna make a cent until everything you do pays them back that $10 million. Now, people know about that, but here's the thing. When everybody said, oh, my record label's controlling me and I can't get out of this deal and y'all need to let me go, bro, the record label's sitting back like, we're controlling you because we gave you $10 million. You think you're about to do whatever you want to do with our money? And then you think you about to get out of your deal scot-free without paying us back our money? You didn't do anything. Your shit flopped. The $10 million we gave you was for you to make a dope project that wasn't going to flop. You already broke your fucking contract. So now you think we're going to let you go away and just get out of this deal while still owing us money? No.
The real reason the industry turned on Drake is the labels don't want any more superstars.
Because of the label's lack of participation in creating that star, they don't want to support you the way they used to create that superstar because you're going to use that power against them.
That is Chris Gotti, music executive most known for founding Murder Inc. Records in 1999 with his brother Irv Gotti. But what he is talking about is backed up by data by the big three music labels, Universal, Sony, and Warner Music Group. Over the last 5 years, the big three have spent well over $25 billion on scouting talent. Because of social media and all the one-hit wonders who come and go daily, it all makes sense. But it goes even deeper. Lucien Grange talked about how powerful it can be managing a superstar, saying it shrinks their royalty rates by 35 to 50%. So yes, it's great to have a star, but that means less money for the business. And the data shows year over year that the top 10 songs take less and less market share, meaning there's so much music and content out there that the biggest stars aren't as big from a number standpoint as they used to be. So labels are leaning towards having more semi-successful artists over a few powerful ones. In other words, they want to retain more control. For example, Halsey exposed Universal in 2022 that they wouldn't release her new song until they faked a viral TikTok before releasing. And Halsey sold over 165 million records, going more into the point they don't care if you're a star, they want control. Full circle back to Drake, he got paid $400 million from Universal, and the rumor is he paid them back in less than a year and a half, making the next contract negotiation a lot harder on Universal, which is why they got the whole entertainment industry to go against them, and it still didn't work. Because of the day and age we live in and the lack of talent actually being developed, this could be the last era of music with true superstars.
Like, I don't get, okay, you got your $400 million first deal, right? They made you who you are. You got your cult following. Why are you going to go re-sign another deal? Like, why don't you just come put some, stuff out on your own? Because they won't allow that. right? They control all this, especially for those big celebrities that want to go do it on their own. Like, you know what? I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna just put a video out on YouTube once a week and get my 100 million views and make my whatever. Nah, they'll shut that algorithm down, man. They'll shut it down quick.
When I thought I've seen everything, I just saw on TV today the hospital in China that's completely run by AI. There's no real people, no real nurses,
Crazy.
no real doctors.
It's
The
coming.
whole hospital is run by AI only. This is getting to be too much. They said the accuracy of these AI doctors far surpass the best doctors anywhere in the world. And I'm wondering if it's because they have at the touch of their fingertips all the information, anything ever done, and it's all right there because everything's online basically. But how do you run a hospital with no people?
Yeah.
And they said they can treat up to like 10,000 patients like in a week. They're just putting them through like cordwood, just one after another, after another, after another. Pretty soon, what are we gonna have left? Are we gonna have people running anything anymore? Are we gonna have people running factories? We're gonna have AI firemen, AI gas stations, AI grocery stores, AI presidents. Maybe the sky's the limit. But I never really thought AI hospitals even possible. But
Yeah,
if
that's
you
crazy.
get a chance to look it up, it's in China, all run by AI. Fucking world's getting crazy.
Like, so we're at Alien Pizza Planet, right?
This is
And I'm looking at the
ridiculous.
prices and their pizzas and all that. Look at how much they're charging for a whole pizza, guys. Whole 16-inch pizza. Pepperoni, $86. Cheese, $84 for one pizza.
That's crazy.
That's Disneyland for you guys. Let's go see how the pizza looks. So it's 93. I thought it was 80. Huh? There's a pizza right there, guys. This place is crazy though. If you ain't got no money, dude, if you
Stereo
ain't
broke
planning to
ass.
spend money,
The song.
Disneyland is definitely not the spot for you.
If I
Like that's ridiculous, y'all. That is ridiculous. Like they should get in trouble for that. Charging $86 for a large pizza. Like these now I understand when people are pissed off at billionaires, right? That's ridiculous. That is robbery. And they just nothing. You know, the people go eat it. You can't don't hate the player, hate the game. The people go and eat it still. The people that's so frustrating, y'all. Because I have a son, you know, within 5-6 years, I would like to take him to Disneyland, right? I want to experience that with them and see how happy he gets and surprise him and wake him up in the morning, not even give him a heads up, like, hey, wake up, we're going to Disneyland. You know what I mean? Like, that's things I've always dreamed of. And, you know, $86 large pizza is ridiculous.
if I did it all over again, I would have listened to Pat Riley. Pat Riley told me to get a condo, get 2 bedrooms, one for my mom when she come in town, and everybody else figure it out. I went the polar opposite, and my excuse to him was like, yo, I grew up in an apartment, like I need some space. So I got a 6-bedroom house, got 3 dogs, had 3-4 of my niggas staying in, you know, and then that's where all the problems came from. Like, and it made sense to me because it's like, these is real life problems. Like I was bailing people out of jail. I was getting lawyers. Like my uncle was fighting a RICO. My godfather was, you know, they all got 9, 10 years, 30, you know what I'm saying? So to me, like I was really like dealing with problems, but looking back on it, like my daughter's 16 right now. She's getting all kind of NIL. She's NIL. She's about to be if she's not gonna be one of the players that get drafted, she's gonna be a person that makes a lot of money in her life, her career. I will never look at her and say, you're 19, you need to take care of me or pay for my lawyer or anything like that. You understand? So
yeah, that's true.
I think I just wish I had the confidence to tell everybody no. Just let me get to my second contract first. Let me, you understand? And my fuck ups would have been my fuck ups.
Yeah.
Most of the fuck ups people know me for was me taking the rap for other people around me and me just being a famous person. You understand? I didn't realize when everybody would tell me that, yo, I'm just doing what they doing. Yeah, but we know who you are. You understand? So if I can do it all over again, I would have just came in. I would have listened to Pat again. Lance Blanks, RP. He tried, I thought it was intrusive, but Lance Blanks literally came to my house. He moved me out my house and moved me into a condo right across the street from Phoenix. But then he moved somebody in there to keep an eye on me. That's the same thing Pat did. Pat got me a condo and he kept somebody outside the front door to make sure he was clocking me.
Damn.
And that part made me feel like I was in a cage. You understand? So but at the same time, I just wish I would have listened to them because they just wanted me to lock in and just hoop. Just lock in and hoop, you know?
What do you... I mean, it's very easy when you start making some money to start spending. Like I told you guys yesterday, I went and got a Jeep. I always said I'll never get a car payment. I'll never get a car payment. I did that. Now, like I said, I was going to pay the car off within 6 months, but it's not fun driving a vehicle when you got a balance on it. It's just not. I didn't enjoy it. I was like, I don't understand how people get a car payment and enjoy driving their car. So I went and bought a car cash, y'all. I'm taking a loss on this Jeep. I'm going to go after this video and go get rid of it. Taking a loss, but I learned a very valuable lesson. I didn't take a loss like this guy, millions of dollars, right? I took a little loss, right? To me, it's a big loss. But I need to get back to my roots of being a frugal with my money, right? I bought a Weber grill, upgrades here and there to the house, little things, and I need to get back and live frugally, right?
Whole process of cloud seeding and weather manipulation can fully be weaponized, and that's what the conspiracy is that all these big countries like China trying to learn the technology of weather manipulation because you can't prove it's like no, it's just the weather,
it's just random. That's so sad, we didn't know.
Okay, so I'm on the NOAA.gov site right now. They have a bar that says weather modification project reports, and in that it defines weather modification. So this is if you're doing weather modification, you are required to report these ways, which means they exist. These aren't theories. This is from .gov. I'll just start with the banger. Using lasers or other sources of electromagnetic radiation, releasing electrically charged or radioactive particles or ions into the atmosphere, releasing aerosols, gas, liquids, weather modification, and the one that I thought was really crazy is it says applying shockwaves, sonic energy sources, or other explosive or acoustic sources to the atmosphere.
It's getting crazy.
All right, family, there you have today's video. Cut it a little short. We still got 19 minutes left on this video you're watching, but I'll save it for tomorrow. I got a lot to do, y'all. It's 10:30. Got to get the video edited, uploaded. I got to take my Jeep, to get rid of it, trade it in, whatever I'm doing over there, get my money, do that. I got my 4Runner actually. When I hit like highway speeds, it starts, the steering wheel starts to wobble, and I've done so much research, y'all, this past couple days. I've been on YouTube, 4Runner forums, and I'm hoping it's just it needs a tire rotation and balance. That's what I'm hoping. I may need some new tires, but hopefully with this rotation, I get about 3 more months in with these tires so I can save up a little bit of money and maybe buy some good tires instead of going the cheap route and buying some cheap all-terrain, maybe get some Goodyears or some Wranglers or something. So anybody got any tire suggestions, some rugged looking tires, that are, good quality all-terrain, let me know down below, y'all, because I'm looking. And so that's what I'm gonna do right now, y'all. I gotta eat some breakfast. I haven't ate nothing yet. So that's it. Mama Bear's out at her parents' house doing something with her dogs. So she's gonna be gone all day. So it's my time to go out and get everything done that I need to get done, y'all. So I hope everyone out there has a good Saturday. I hope you're enjoying your 3-day weekend. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys are up to this weekend. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the Man Cave. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow on the next one. Later.